Twitch is a happy place. Right? I love how everyone that gets onto Twitch and starts using chat just has nothing but good and uplifting things to say, and the chat is actually something that you can read at the speed of a normal human on a popular streamer's channel.
That is something I try to do. I did that one time on a popular Pokemon stream channel. I typed something in and I tried to see if I could see what I said. I couldn't, but the dude who was streaming, he saw it. Because he was
You responded to it?
He was trying to catch shiny Pokemon, and I gave him a suggestion I used for ghost types.
Huh.
And he told me, no, that's too much work. I was like, oh. But he noticed me.
Well, it's actually not quite true. Sometimes Twitch is not a place for just happy people to go to. Sometimes you have to have your troublemakers on there. So there was one Brandon Apple who is from the wonderful land of Canada, British Columbia, and he apparently has been engaging in flooding Twitch chats with racist and vulgar messages. This is reported by CBC News. So he's actually being federally charged, which we'll get into in a moment. But he's been charged with mischief in relation to computer data. And apparently he has been accused of spamming 150,000 chat messages to over 1,000 channels over the course of 2 months. That's a lot for one person to produce. He used the chat flooding program called Chat Surge, which basically is advertised as being able to flood, destroy, or simply demolish any Twitch.tv chat room. So it really only has one purpose there. And he went under the username on Twitch, Obnoxious. It's so cute and clever how they come up with these things. So how this all went down is Twitch was trying to get a court order to determine his identity. They were, it looks like in the court order they listed a few of his comments using the chat box, such as "get the black guy out of here," "what a blank," also "death to all Jews," "death to all Jews." And the chatbot that he was using also was sharing links to sexual content involving children. And Twitch also alleged that the chatbot was sending 700 messages a minute when it was running at full blast. 700 messages a minute. There's only 60 seconds in a minute, right? That's like over 10 a second. That's crazy. So they tried to go through his internet service provider, and then they finally were able to identify using Cloudflare and Whois, services I'm not quite familiar with. But yeah, Twitch also claimed that they've been spending 300 hours trying to identify this guy. So yeah, he's been taking up quite a lot of Twitch's time. So there's been no plea entered yet, and he has his first court appearance next month. So what do you think of all this? I want to get your take first.
They should probably change the name of that charge, because
mischief?
Mischief in relation to computer data is just kind of, to me,
broad, would you say?
Well, it kind of sounds like I can't believe I'm blanking. Trolling. Just sounds like trolling.
Well, trolling is a that's slang. You can't really use slang in legal jargon.
Right. But
yeah, it's trolling. It is basically we have a troll
right, and
troll law.
to an extent, trolling can be really funny. You can have characters in games that are really trolly, or you can have people that are just being trolls, and
Game developers
it's
can
just
be trolls.
funny. Yeah. But you have to know, if you're a game developer and you're creating something that's meant to be a troll, you need to know your audience and you need to know what you're going for, and you need to make sure it's something that'll be okay with it. If you're trying to be, I guess, a troll in like a chat room, you need to not
Be a troll.
Well, there's another word I'd use. You need to not be a punk.
Yeah.
Also, don't be racist. That's not okay. And I guess more importantly, don't link. What was it? Don't link sexual content involving children. That's no context is that ever a funny thing, and he probably wasn't even being funny at that point, but like, I don't know, I can't really see anyone really trying to use that. I mean, trying to claim that they were trying to be, or claiming that they were trying to be funny is, even then an inappropriate response. Is like, that's not really an excuse, because that's not even remotely funny. Pretty bad.
Right.
And that alone, can get you
in lots of
big trouble.
Yeah. Especially because I haven't been on Twitch as a user for a while, but I want to say there's really I don't think there's anywhere where you even tell them like, hey, I'm over the age of 18.
Was there not one when you created a profile? Because I can't remember from making mine.
I can't remember either.
I would imagine so.
Like I think you do tell them your age, you like your birthday or something like that.
Because I think in most things you have to put your birthday or like how old you are in some way,
and it will keep you from viewing like mature rated games that are being streamed.
No, clearly you can be a genius and not put your birth date in, make yourself older by putting in the wrong
I'm 81
birthday.
years old.
Yeah, like I did that stuff. It was like I put in my actual age, I think, for like a YouTube channel, and like there were certain like gaming channels that I actually couldn't watch because YouTube considered them
restricted.
So I was like, no. I was like, I'm actually 18, and I was like 13 or 14, but I had to watch me some PewDiePie, man.
Why would you ever watch PewDiePie?
No, old school PewDiePie was actually really funny.
Oh, okay. I will always maintain that at no point was he actually funny. I tried watching him before he blew up, and I didn't.
I really liked it. Granted, it did not take a lot to make me laugh. Still doesn't take a lot to make me laugh. I'll laugh at just about everything, and it will be genuine. So just seeing a grown Swedish man, or I guess he was like maybe like 18 or 20, seeing someone older than me get scared over something made horror games a lot better for me to watch, but that's not the topic. Is this? And that's probably like I think if you try and spam something in Twitch chats, something will pop up saying that, hey, you're posting too much, you know, like you'll get kicked off of this off of this channel if you keep spamming. Because I think I in another attempt to try and get noticed, I was just putting like hi, and it was like, we're gonna stop you if you keep doing this. I was like, okay, don't do it, don't ban me. So they should have something, or it might be something that
maybe there's something in that chat bot
streamers
that
have
he's
to put up. It
Or-
might be something like that.
But he may also have something in that chatbot program that he's using that
Oh,
gets
maybe.
around that. So when I first read this, at first I thought the angle that I was gonna come away with was, this is stupid that this guy is getting charged with anything. It's like basically just being charged with being annoying. And, you know, granted, yeah, spammers, trolls, they are annoying. I don't think that you can actually charge them, or you should, like, charge them with anything.
No.
Like, they're just stupid people. It's like...
It's someone who has a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, harassment online is not the same thing as someone, like, coming up to you on the street and harassing you. It's completely different because you were there online 100% voluntarily of your own free will. So at any time you can stop streaming or put up with it. Those are your two options. I'm very much for, you know, individual freedom here. And I feel like having a law that's broadly stated as causing mischief using computer data allows for a lot of different interpretations, including like, oh, well, you know, you're just being annoying now, so you're going to be charged with something. So I held that opinion all the way up until I read the part about sexual content involving children. And then I thought, oh yeah, this guy needs to go to jail. Like, I don't care how old you are. If you are a minor, you need to realize that things you do online matter. And when you do certain things, such as, I don't know, the article doesn't come out and say that it's child pornography, but come on, what else is there but that is sexual content involving children? You can't, if you look at that stuff, or if you share that stuff, or if you have it anywhere associated with you, that is one surefire way to not only get yourself some jail time, but pretty much ruin your life. So just stay away from that stuff, okay? Like that's like some of the darkest stuff any society has to deal with is that, and you just need to stay away from it. It's not, like you said, at that point, not a joke. It's not funny at that point. I don't even care. You know what? I don't even care if Apple, this guy, didn't even know that the chatbot was doing it. Like, maybe it was just, he just told it to, like, I don't care, do something automatic or do something random, and it randomly picks something like that. He's still responsible because he set that thing loose.
Yep.
So, and I have seen, like, you know, I watched a couple of Twitch compilations where someone clicks on a link and it might go to something that's like, you know, what's the term I'm trying to think of? Oh, explicit. And then they close out of it real quick and they're just like, you guys are going to get me banned from Twitch. You guys are going to get me in so much trouble. And they act like that. Like, I kind of feel like at that point, if you get banned, yeah, you should get banned. You should know better than to just click on a random link sent by someone in chat. You can't use that as an excuse. So same thing here. This guy, even if you know, this wasn't actually him and it was just the chatbot program that he was doing that shared it, I don't care. You set it in motion, pal. whatever it does, you're responsible for. So yeah, I'm glad he's in court. I think that is definitely something he should be charged for. I think he should be charged with something more serious, something having to do with sharing sexually explicit content involving children.
And they don't even take that kind of stuff at all in prison. They have to put people like that in separate cells from other inmates, because that's kind of like that's a taboo for them.
Yeah.
People who end up like doing stuff like that,
violent people have a problem with that.
The reason that they put those people in their own holding cell, it's not to give them special treatment. It's so that they don't end up killed.
Yeah, exactly. And this, you just...
If you think that prison will be safe, it won't.
That is a third rail. The moment you go there, like you're done. At least that's my opinion. Like, you just don't. It's not funny. It's not something you should joke about. You can joke about almost anything else except for that. Coming from someone who's all about freedom of speech and freedom of self-expression and individual freedom, no, can't do that. You can't do that. Sorry.
Ooh.
Got laws in place against that for a very good reason.